Hello, YouTube. We are a veteran couple. This is our third take. We are fairly new to this. We are on the NF journey. We are on the second song, Mansion.
I shouldn't move the table too much.
That's fine. Basically, we were just discussing a little bit between the first song and this song, and my wife's first introduction to NF was
it's called Start Over by Flame, where NF was featured in it. And yeah. I was like, oh, this dude can sing. So I had no idea. I mean, he raps a little bit, I think, in that song, but not to any great extent. And I was like, this is a great song. I think I listened to that song over and over and over again. I loved it.
Yeah.
So this was a little bit of a shock to see how different his music is.
Yeah. In intro one. So we are going through chronological order. We are doing the full journey. Make sure to check out our first video. That kind of explains a little bit where we are coming from and what we're focused on in this journey. Just helping us deal with past traumas, figuring out ourselves a little bit more as humans, as husbands, as partners, husbands and wives, partners.
I'm not a husband, but
yeah. So we're fairly new to the YouTube world arena, but we're just diving in. It's kind of been on my mind for a while to start something like this. We are also going to be diving into different types of videos as well. We're big into like homesteading and different stuff like that. But my wife is big into art and other creative things in that aspect. NF is not her wheelhouse as far as music goes, but I am hoping to change that through this journey. So we're going to dive into Mansion. This is the lyric video, so she doesn't need lyrics on her phone, but stop it whenever you feel you need to, or if you get a thought, an emotion, just feel free to jump in anytime.
He brought me tissue, so we'll see. I don't know what he's expecting.
I don't know if she'll need it for this, but I know there are some songs that'll be probably something that'll be needed. So, all right, here we go.
Insidious as blind inception. What's reality with all these questions? Feels like I missed my alarm and slept in. Broken legs, but I chase perfection. These walls are my blank expression. My mind is a home I'm trapped in, and it's lonely inside this mansion.
Well, I can definitely relate with the broken legs and chasing perfection. That's something that I've always dealt with. I'm trying to focus more on progress versus perfection, but man, it's tough when you're used to chasing that, and you'll never succeed. I mean, it'll never happen. You'll always be feeling one step behind, which makes you frustrated with yourself and makes you doubt yourself. So that was like, yeah, I know how that goes.
Yeah. Well, and part of our journey, alongside of NF's, is just digging deep into the root of what causes feelings like that for ourselves, and then working on overcoming those. Sorry, I'll try not to bump the table. I know it's shaking the camera. So yes, we have a lot of those. I mean, we're very, very relatable to those, that first little interlude, and basically reflecting back on where do those thoughts originate from? Because if we just put a Band-Aid on something, it doesn't, I mean, like he says later in the song,
don't ruin it for me.
I won't ruin it for you. I had to catch myself. It's going to be hard not to sing along with a lot of these songs as I know it. So I'll just try to be like, hold my tongue. So we'll back it up a little bit. Why don't we just start over?
Insidious as blind inception. What's reality with all these questions? Feels like I missed my alarm and slept in. Broken legs, but I chase perfection. These walls are my blank expression. My mind is a home I'm trapped in, and it's lonely inside this mansion.
Yo, my mind is a house with walls, covered in lyrics, they're all over the place. The songs in the mirrors, written all over the floors, all over the chairs. And you get the uncut version of life when I go downstairs. That's where I write when I'm in a bad place and need to release, and let out the version of NF you don't wanna see. I put holes in the walls with both of my fists till they bleed. And you might get a glimpse of how I cope with all this anger in me. Physically abused, now that's a room that I don't wanna be in. That picture ain't blurry at all, I just don't wanna see it. And these walls ain't blank, I just think I don't wanna see them. But why not? I'm in here, so I might as well read them. I gotta thank you for this.
So it's almost like he is saying that like his mind is all like his entire life, which obviously that makes sense, but like having a house as a picture of like what your mind is. And so all the different rooms are different parts of his life.
Yeah.
And certain ones are maybe locked or shut, and man, I can relate to that. You know, there's certain parts in your life where you don't want to go back into, you don't want to replay, you don't want to open up those feelings again. You just kind of want to think that, oh, I've forgotten it. It's behind locked doors. I don't have to think about it again. But that's interesting. I like that.
And
it's a good metaphor.
And the writing on the wall as the different memories that he's gone through, but also written down and different stuff like that. So
right,
where he's started to put it into his
I'm
music.
guessing like the fists in the walls almost kind of maybe represent the scars, you know, in your life that.
Yeah, no, it's very possible. We'll just back it up just a few seconds here.
I gotta thank you for this anger that I carry around. Wish I could take a match and burn this whole room to the ground. Matter of fact, I think I'ma burn this room right now. Somehow this memory for some reason just won't go down. You used to put me in the corner so you could see the fear in my eyes, then took me downstairs and beat me till I screamed and I cried. Congratulations, you'll always have a room in my mind, but I'ma keep the door shut and lock the lyrics inside.
Insidious as blind inception. What's reality with all these questions?
Interesting.
So I'm pretty sure he doesn't mention it in any of his other songs, but he was physically abused by his mom's boyfriend. So,
obviously, not knowing who it was, I could tell that he was somewhat abused somehow, based on what he's saying. And sounds like he's having a hard time getting rid of those memories. So he's just going to lock it up and trying to think about it, I'm guessing. But
yeah, well, like you said,
which is, you know, frustrating because you really can't do that. I mean, they're going to come up, and I can definitely understand about like the idea of burning it down. You know, like just
burning it down, but it doesn't burn.
Yeah, yeah.
Trying to get rid of it, but what you're trying isn't working.
Right.
So then this is
like I missed my alarm and slept in. Broken legs, but I chase perfection. These walls are my blank expression. My mind is a home I'm trapped in, and it's lonely inside this mansion. Inside this mansion.
Yo, my mind is a house with walls, covered in pain. See, my problem is I don't fix things, I just try to repaint. Cover them up like it never happened. Say I wish I could change. Are you confused? Come upstairs and I'll show you what I mean. This room's full of regrets, just keeps getting fuller it seems. Moment I walk into it's the same moment that I wanna leave. I get sick to my stomach every time I look at these things, but it's hard to look past when this is the room where I sleep. I look around, one of the worst things I wrote on these walls was the moment I realized that I was losing my mom. And one of the first things I wrote was I wish I would've called, but I should just stop now, we ain't got enough room in this song. And I regret the fact that I struggle trying to find who I am, and I lie to myself and say
wow.
Told you. It's crazy how a song can
I got something in my eye.
pull stuff out of you.
I really actually have something in my eye. No, but seriously, I do. Yeah. Marines don't cry. We don't. It's just there's dust all around.
So if you were wondering, she was a Marine. I was a National Guard.
So clearly
she does give me a bunch of crap for that, but I do have a deployment on her, so it kind of evens out a little bit.
Anyway.
So back to the song.
Yeah. I think everybody can relate with a room full of regret. I mean, we make stupid decisions all the time. All the time. There's a lot. And I think without dealing with it properly, it's not just regret, but then you get heaped down by shame. Which shame and regret together is a very toxic thing.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I mean, that really struck me because it's I'm one of those people like there's a lot of people who are pretty good at like reflecting over things that have happened in their life or certain moments and trying to glean insights and learn from it. That has not been my strong suit. I'm exactly like him where I don't like to feel those feelings. If they're yucky feelings and I feel crappy about myself, like who wants to actually relive that, you know?
Yeah.
So I definitely can relate to that. And as a mom, I mean, anything, honestly, if there's any mothers out there, you know, once you have kids, you can get triggered by things so quickly emotionally. And so him talking about like losing his mom, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. One thing that hits me with this section is it's the room that he sleeps.
Oh,
It's hard to get away from it because when you lie down to go to bed, that's all you think floods your mind. Mm-hmm. It's all the regrets that
and no matter what you do to try to, you know, think about something else or count sheep or whatever, it's virtually impossible because it's,
All right, let's get back in it. Go back a little bit.
Losing my mind. One of the first things I wrote was I wish I would've called, but I should just stop now. We ain't got enough room in this song. And I regret the fact that I struggle trying to find who I am, and I lie to myself and say I do the best that I can. Shrug it off like it ain't nothing, like it's out of my hands. And get ticked off whenever I see it affecting my plans. And I regret watching
that. I don't know what you would call that. It's not really a bridge, but that section. Oh man, yeah, that is like, I feel like every day for me. Cause also as a mom, gosh, you know, you have, and also like a woman too, and a wife, and you have so many things out there basically showing you what you should be, you know, if your house isn't clean, if you yell at your kids, if, you snap at them, if you're not making a 3-course meal, if, you know, you aren't open with your husband. I mean, there's so many things that basically are out there telling you that you suck. You know, you're not up to par. And this is something that I deal with every day, thinking just, I'm not good enough. And, you know, it's
something we're working on.
Yeah. Yeah. You know? Yeah. And it exactly when he says it makes him mad, when it ticks him off, when it ruins your plans. I mean, it's totally it. It's like you have a plan of where you want to go and a vision of who you want to be. And a lot of this stuff is like, it almost feels like it's impossible to change. You're like, will I ever change? Like, is this ever going to get, you know, be better? And that's good. He knows how to write, man.
Knows how to touch the heartstrings.
Very relatable.
Whenever I see it affecting my plans. And I regret watching these trust issues eat me alive. And at the rate I'm going, I'll probably still be there when I die. Congratulations, you'll always have a room in my mind. The question is, will I ever clean the walls off in time?
Insidious as blind inception. What's reality with all these questions? Feels like I missed my alarm and slept in. Broken legs, but I chase perfection. These walls are my blank expression. My mind is a home I'm trapped in.
She has a beautiful voice.
Only inside this mansion.
She has a beautiful voice.
She totally does.
Yeah.
I was just thinking that too.
Yeah.
Inside this mansion.
So this part of my house, no one's been in it for years. I built the safe room and I don't let no one in there. Cause if I do, there's a chance that they might disappear and not come back. And I admit, I am emotionally scared to let anyone inside, so I just leave my doors locked. You might get other doors to open up, but this door's not. Cause I don't want you to have the opportunity to hurt me, and I'll be the only person that I can blame when you desert me. I'm barricaded inside, so stop watching. I'm not coming to the door, so stop knocking. Stop knocking. I'm trapped here. God keeps saying I'm not locked. I chose this. I am lost in my own conscience. I know they shouldn't.
That's emotional. I think a lot of us have
Safe room.
a safe room, but it's you can tell that this is like, that is like his number one area. Like he doesn't trust anybody fully. Like that is his one area where he can be himself and not be judged. And it's kind of sad to say.
But he's even said that he hasn't been in there for years.
Yeah, I guess I missed that point. Yeah.
So it's just that thing in the back that's back there still. But even though it's been locked there, it's still there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely tell there's a lot of pain.
Mm-hmm.
You to have the opportunity to hurt me, and I'll be the only person that I can blame when you desert me. I'm barricaded inside, so stop watching. I'm not coming to the door, so stop knocking. Stop knocking. I'm trapped here. God keeps saying I'm not locked. I chose this. I am lost in my own conscience. I know they shutting the world out ain't solving the problem, but I didn't build this house because I thought it would solve them. I built it because I thought that it was safer in there, but it's not. I'm not the only thing that's living in here. Fear came to my house years ago. I let him in. Maybe that's a problem because I've been dealing.
That's so good. That's really good. Because that is so true. Fear is
Letting fear in.
literally an insidious thing, and letting go of fear is so hard, especially when you have trauma locked with it and a lot of emotional baggage and pain. In a way, sometimes it almost feels like pain is a safe feeling, because you feel like, well, it's keeping me from getting hurt again, but it also is keeping you from healing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's, I love how well he creates a picture with
I was
his
just about
words.
to say that.
It's very, very powerful.
He is definitely a word artist.
Yeah. Like I'm a visual person. Like even when I'm sure a lot of people do this too, but when I read books and stuff, I picture it like a movie, So I feel like when you can have a gift like this, be able to create like a whole, without even having a real music video behind it. I mean, it's just words.
Yeah.
So it's very good.
Go back a little bit.
With this ever since, I thought that he would leave, but it's obvious he never did. He must have picked a room and got comfortable and settled in. Now I'm in a position, it's either sit here and let him win, or put him back outside where it came from, but I never can. Cause in order to do that, I'd have to open the doors. Is that me or the fear talking? I don't know anymore.
I guess could have waited to it was albums at the end.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. But just
I like
that last little bit, it's lonely inside this mansion.
Well, I like this one a little bit better because it's still a bit slower.
Yeah. Yeah. And some of his songs are really they're slow.
Yeah.
He does have some other fast ones, which is.
Well, I really like this one.
Yeah.
Over, not that the other one was bad by any means, but I love the metaphor of this. I love the picture that he projected. That raw emotion that and feeling, and I mean, all the feelings. I mean, I would think this can relate to almost virtually everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
that was really good.
He has a really, he definitely has a God-given gift to paint that picture for people and help people through that.
Yeah.
You know, I've heard a lot of testimonies that have come from NF.
What I was thinking is like it actually, I think it's also a gift to be able to project something that also makes people think more than just the surface level stuff. I mean, it's a very relatable story what he's depicting, but it makes you think like, oh, am I doing that? You know, what does that mean for my life?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think that's really cool because if you can start asking yourself those personal questions, those deeper questions that really do make you think and not having things fed to you, I think that's where growth starts, you know? That reflection is huge. I think that's really cool that he somehow managed to like get that into his lyrics and
years of writing.
Yeah, it is very impressive.
Yep. So that's it for wrapping it up for Mansion. I get a little emotional with this one too, just because it relates so well.
Yeah.
You know,
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly, as whether it's through this or other modes of journey, you know, taking, coming back to the song, you get different things each time, and I'm sure it's gonna unlock more and more emotions in yourself. That's what I'm getting from just seeing this. I'm like, I could see this being one of those ones you come back to just release emotion.
Yep. Yep. And NF's an artist at putting in Easter eggs from previous songs. So as we move forward, you'll hear references to a lot of his different past songs or future songs even. So he'll drop little hints for future songs. Yeah. So that's it for this song. We might do one or two more tonight. I think this is going fairly well. So we will see you on the next one. Thanks for joining us.